how can we get a tape of this?
Oh, I'm going to send it to you. I will email it to you.
Email me the whole thing.
Yes,
I love
yes,
it. I love that you constantly...
Ever wondered what goes on behind the scenes in the music industry? Cassie, Mase, and the feds are coming against the music boss Diddy. So you know Cassie, right? The R&B singer whose real name is Cassie Ventura-Fine? Well, she's been making headlines recently. It turns out she's been working with federal agents, and guess who they're investigating? None other than Sean Diddy Combs, the famous rapper and record producer. Now this is a big deal because Cassie and Diddy have a history together. They were in a relationship for about a decade. After their breakup in 2018, Cassie came forward with some serious allegations against Diddy, including rape and physical abuse. Fast forward to now, Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami have been raided by federal agents as part of a sex trafficking investigation, and she's reportedly been cooperating with these investigators for several weeks now. And here's the interesting part. Whispers are going around that Cassie might have given some evidence, and this evidence? It might have been the key that gave investigators the green light to search Diddy's homes. But remember, this is all speculation at this point. Nothing has been confirmed yet. Well, things started getting a bit complicated for him back in November 2023. That's when Cassie used to date him and filed a lawsuit against him. Now, this wasn't just any lawsuit. Cassie made some serious accusations against Diddy. We're talking about crimes like rape, sex trafficking, and more. Pretty heavy crimes, right? Cassie and Diddy met in 2005, and according to her, Diddy's pattern of control and abuse began almost immediately. She alleges that he manipulated her and used drugs like ecstasy and ketamine to assault her and forced her to sleep with several males. Their relationship ended in 2018 after he allegedly forcibly entered her and sexually assaulted her. The lawsuit was settled after 1 day. Cassie has reportedly been cooperating with the authorities, and it seems like she's not just sharing information, but she's also handed over some additional evidence to the FBI. Now, this isn't just any evidence. We're talking about tapes from Diddy's parties, a USB drive, and even a burner phone that used to belong to Kim Porter, another one of Diddy's former girlfriends. All of this evidence reportedly further accuses Diddy. So it seems like things are heating up in this investigation. So you've heard of Mase, right? The popular rapper? Well, back in 2016, he made a pretty big comeback, and guess where he made his comeback? At Bad Boy Records, the label that was founded by none other than Sean Diddy Combs. Now this is where things get interesting. During his time at Bad Boy Records, Mase didn't just make music, he also took the opportunity to voice his criticisms of Diddy. He wasn't shy about expressing his views and made sure his voice was heard. Now, the scene changes. During his time at Bad Boy Records, Mase made a pretty big decision. He gave his publishing rights to Diddy, and guess how much he got for it? Just $20,000. That's not a lot, considering the value of these rights, right? He also had something to say about Diddy and his business practices. Mase was a part of Bad Boy Records, Diddy's label back in the day. And according to Mase, everything wasn't perfect or going well. He felt that Diddy's business practices were unfair to the artists who helped build the label. So during his comeback, Mase decided to speak up. He publicly criticized Diddy, calling out the issues he saw. What did he do? He decided to take to Instagram Live to share his side of the story. Now, this wasn't the first time Mase had spoken out against Diddy, but this particular session on Instagram Live was something else. Mase really went into depth and detail about his issues with Diddy. He didn't hold back and made sure to share his perspective thoroughly. He talked about a diss track he released called Oracle 2, The Liberation of Mase and Betha. Now, this wasn't just any track. It was loaded with some serious allegations against Diddy. Mase accused Diddy of exploiting the legacy of the Notorious Big, another legendary rapper who was also a part of Diddy's label Bad Boy Records. He claimed that Diddy had wronged not only him, but also other artists on the Bad Boy label. He expressed his frustration with Diddy's business practices, which he believed were unfair and exploitative. When I see the hurt and the pains of other people on Bad Boy, that motivates me to say something, so I won't be deemed as a person who just made a bunch of money and turned a blind eye, Mase said during the live session. But he didn't stop there. Mase also had some words for the people around Diddy. He felt that they were enabling Diddy's behavior by staying silent about his wrongdoings. He also brought up some personal stuff. One of the big things is the dispute over music publishing rights. Mase said that he offered Diddy over $2 million to buy back his publishing rights, but guess what? Diddy refused. This did not sit well with Mase. He felt that he wasn't getting a fair deal for his work. But here's the thing. Despite all of these serious allegations, Mase still has hope. During his Instagram live session, he talked about wanting to see change. There were all sorts of rumors flying around about why he decided to leave. Some folks said he was just done with the whole music industry scene, while others whispered about some kind of disagreement with the label. So what actually happened to Mase? The period from 1999 to 2000, when he took a break from music for 5 years. He used to say that in life, you get to make your choices, but what are the outcomes? Well, they're not always in your control. Despite the financial cost of this decision, he didn't lose any money. He managed to recover the money he lost when he partnered with Killer Cam. Oh, you wouldn't believe what happened to him. When he landed his first deal with Bad Boy Records, it was supposed to be a dream come true. But guess what? His business manager took off with all his money, and not just his, but everyone else's too. Can you imagine that? They were left high and dry with not a penny to pay their taxes. Diddy is surprising everybody. So, what is it? The big-time music mogul Diddy recently made a huge decision. He decided to give back the publishing rights of songs from his successful label Bad Boy Records to the artists and songwriters who created them. Now this is a big deal. Why? Because it's not something you see every day, especially at a time when music catalogs are often sold for big bucks and the value of publishing is well recognized. Bad Boy Records is a big name in the music industry. Diddy started it back in 1993, and let me tell you, it was a hit. It was one of the top hip-hop and R&B labels of its time. They had a bunch of artists who went platinum and gold. We're talking about big names like Notorious Big, Mase, Craig Mack, Faith Evans, 112, The Lox, and even Diddy himself. And that's not all. They later signed more artists like Shine, Danity Kane, French Montana, and Janelle Monáe. Diddy described it as just doing the right thing. He believes that the music industry and even society as a whole need to change and improve. It's quite noteworthy that Sean Diddy Combs declined several profitable offers for the music catalog. While the exact figures of these offers remain undisclosed, it's clear that Combs placed his principles and beliefs above potential monetary benefits. Isn't it amazing? Mase, who was once controlled by Diddy, has now escaped. The authorities discovered the truth, and Diddy is no longer using Mase. So what comes to your mind when your favorite singers are becoming villains for some others? Comment your thoughts on this, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.